Dear folks, take your group discussion book. It's in page number 185 to 188. What we are going to see is a group discussion topic, and the topic here reads like this: is it possible to reduce the use of diesel and oil in India? Petrol, diesel, and oil in India. It's quite an interesting topic, isn't it? Most of you are engineers, and it is your duty of you engineers to try to find some ways and means to reduce the dependency on oil and petrol on foreign countries. See here, introduction part, what's it given? Yes, is it possible? Is it possible? Yes, it's possible to save non-renewable energy. Non-renewable energy means what? Coal, oil, and petrol, like petrol, diesel, and gas, by substituting these energies with renewable energies. So we are substituting non-renewable energies with renewable energies like solar energy and water energy. The conditions of roads in India is one of the biggest problems for fuel loss. So we should adapt good public transport system like the developed countries, so that motor engines will get will give good fuel efficiency and reduce the pollution. So everybody knows what are the conditions of our Indian roads, especially Chennai or Tamil Nadu. So deplorable, isn't it? So by making our roads quite comfortable, quite user friendly for the vehicles, then we can reduce the the dependency on the petrol will be reduced. See here, ways to increase the usage of solar, tidal, wave, water energy, etc. The bus, car and bike should run through solar energy. Is it possible? Do we have cars which run through solar energy? Do we have? I think some IITians have manufactured something like that. That's what in paper I have read it, but it has not commercialized. Or through electrical energy, which reduces pollution. The running and the maintenance cost of these vehicles are lesser if we use renewable energy like water and solar compared to non-renewable energy vehicles. Is it possible, sir? Is it possible to run a car or a bike through water? Is it possible? We are working. Okay. Right. Now, number 2. Coal is a non-renewable energy. Coal is a non-renewable energy. And coal is like petrol and diesel. So we should reduce our dependency on coal for protection of current. So India, the majority of current is produced through coal. Through coal. Second, through hydel. Through hydel. Okay. Third, through nuclear. No, nuclear. Okay. The fourth is through wind. Okay. Here, the people should be encouraged to use public hybrid buses and fast trains for short and long travels like bullet trains in US, UK, China and Japan. Then people should avoid using their vehicles, and by this we can save petrol and diesel. See, one person wants to go to ECR road, same office, some 4 or 5 people are here going from the same place, each one taking their own car. Instead of that, one can take a car and put join, all the 4 can join together and they can go. By that they can reduce the the wastages of petrol. Next, for short distance, people should be encouraged to walk or ride bicycles. How many of you, I don't know whether they take bicycle. Is it a such a big businessman riding a bicycle? Will it be appropriate? Chinese, they do. Chinese, they don't mind going in bicycle. I know one of my HOD in Loyola College, he comes in bicycle. I know the principal, he comes in bicycle. They don't bother. But here we think it's a prestige issue, isn't it? Coming by bicycle. So that's what people think about. So a single person should not be allowed to own more than 1 vehicle. Some people have 4 vehicles, 5 vehicles. In a family, you can find father having a bike, mother having a bike, daughter having a bike, 1 car, 2 cars. So that we should reduce. Government should ban the licenses. Here, government should reduce the excise sales duties and petrol, diesel and oil on petrol, diesel, oil products. So the prices of other commodities will decrease. In India, government charges nearly 20% excise duties and sales tax on oil products. The distribution cost is almost 10% price of 1 liter of petrol, diesel or gas. By reducing the taxes, the government can bring down the inflation. Is it true, sir? The cost of the petrol, I believe so, it is just 40 rupees. 30 rupees goes as excise duty, that is protection cost. and almost 30 out of 30 rupees, I believe 20 rupees goes as excise duty. What do you mean by excise duty? Production tax, and 10% for sales tax, state government, and 10% for distribution. The cost of the petrol or oil or diesel is just 50% of what we give. Next, from school level, the children should be taught about the awareness of using the fossil fuels or non-renewable energy. The children should be taught the using of petrol or diesel, it is not good. Okay, coming back here, public should be recommended to off the engine after the green light goes off. You go in a traffic, you find the red light on, green light switches off. That time you have to switch off the bike and start the engine when the green light is on. Only when the green light is on, you have to start. See, the time taken for the green light to get on is 3 minutes. So 3 minutes the engine is running idly without any use. So here, ninth, developed countries like U.S. consume 25% of world's total production of oil. So 25% of total world's oil production is consumed by whom? U.S. They create problems in Iraq. Iraq problem, main problem what? It's because of oil. And other countries to show their supremacy. So India shouldn't depend on foreign countries for oil. In recent discoveries in B basin in Gujarat and other parts of India are promising. So metro rail, double-decker buses, good roads, good bridges, and reducing traffic jams and all these transport systems may help us to increase the fuel efficiency of our motor engines. 11th point, to reduce the dependency on trucks and lorries, consumer and carrying consumer and industrial goods from far and near, the towns and cities should have well-linked electrical trains. Suppose if you have well-linked electrical trains, it's not necessary for thousands of these trucks to carry all the industrial goods from one place to another place. See, suppose if we have in this Hyundai car company, there is some electric train is there. They carry the consumer goods, that is the cars. Straight away, if it can come to where? The port. It's not necessary for all the lorries to to congest on the roads, to waste the petrol, to waste the oil and the labor cost. So everything can be reduced. So well-linked railroad should be there. Then government should give priorities and incentives for companies which manufacture fuel efficient cars. So the government should give encouragement where suppose a car company produces a car which can give 80 kilometers per liter of petrol or diesel. So the government should give subsidies and what's that? The government should cancel license vehicles which are old and less fuel efficiency. There are cars, there are buses which still running after 30 years or 40 years of production. They spoil the environment. So the government should cancel the license of those cars and pollution could be, through this pollution can be controlled. So these are the points, my dear friends. Now I am just leaving it to the floor. What are the ways and what are the means to control the pollution, to control the pollution and to reduce the dependency on fossil fuels? So it is left to the floor. You can start your points with. Yes, Kavita, you can start.
Starting off with fossil fuels like starting off with the fossil fuels, I don't go with all these points because it is impractical, it's hard to implement, especially the fifth point. Single persons should not be allowed to more than one vehicle. Riding in bicycle, it's not a prestigious issue because college students, we usually appreciate that idea, but still it is not very much implementive in such a condition. We have a very hot climate. You expect us to ride for 1 hour in a hot climate. You can't imagine the pathetic situation that you pass it on to your institution which you enter. You will pass it on the tension and everything. So apart from bicycle
sweat and everything and pass.
Yes,
okay, that's the reason you are telling.
Apart from prestigious, yes, apart from prestigious issue.
Okay.
Fine, then we are working on an hydrogen fuel, maybe apart from solar energy and electric water energy or wind energy, whatever it is, hydrogen fuel what we are working on could be a compensation for this. And excise duty could be a better solution because we give the direct power to the government. It becomes under control, making people aware and making them responsible. It's a long time process. It's better that we implement by giving the authority to the government.
Authority To the government.
Government.
Okay. So the points what she is saying. See, what she says is coming through bicycle. You get so tired, and you pass on to your friends. That's one thing she has told. Number two, what she has told is excise duty. That's a good option you have told. Then what's the other point she has told? Hydrogen fuel. Then which is not practical. Practical, that is having more than one vehicle, isn't it? It's a nice point. I don't know. So what's your point of view, sir, regarding what she says and what it is given here? Your point, and do you go with the points?
Bicycles is not only prestige, but it helps you keep a good health also. Good health, exercise. We Indians, we think if somebody has a Audi car, he's been treated high. That should not be there. So if you see the company, there's a company in Coimbatore called Roots who makes this horn and all those things. The MD goes in a cycle. He goes in a cycle. The culture has to change. Culture has to change. Regarding solar energy is possible. The only difficulty with solar energy is we are not able to store it. They couldn't find a battery which can store it. If that is true, the solar energy can be the best.
Okay. In solar energy, we cannot store.
Store.
Through wind, we can store the energy.
No, wind. See what happens.
See, wind we can store. Sunlight is solar energy.
Sunlight is solar
So
energy.
it is completely different from wind energy, isn't it?
Wind energy also, whatever the wind energy is produced, it has to be given to the grid, the government. Suddenly there is a rush, people don't have utilize it. So then it becomes waste. If you can store it and give it, is nothing like that.
Okay,
Wind is also a
cannot
problem.
be stored.
Wind also cannot be.
stored.
Wind, whatever generation is done, is given to the grid.
Grid, okay.
The grid.
Only
Grid.
20 to 30% of wind.
Yeah, grid is also sometimes full. It will not accept
So
it.
hydel through water,
Water
can it be
is
stored?
Water can be. See, water you can regulate it. Regulate it. Again, it's also a problem, but it can regulate it.
So this renewable energy, the saving of the energy is a problem.
See, one more with the energy. When we put on the light, we save so much of money. It's not like that. We can save double the money because efficiency of our thermal, you convert the coal into electricity, it is only 40%. So when you put on the light, you save double the amount.
No, I didn't get your point.
You can get, see,
Coal.
when you convert a coal to an electrical energy, efficiency of the conversion, that is coal you mine into, burn it, make steam, then steam to turbine to the electricity. This process, the efficiency is only 40%.
Okay.
The 60% goes as a heat, everything.
Yeah.
So when you say you put on a light, you don't save the direct energy, you save double the energy.
Okay.
That's how it, you can save. If you are putting 100 watts light, putting off, it's equal to 200 watts, 200 more watts of energy which is being wasted.
Okay.
So we from the, I want to say that this is what is saved. But behind that, if you see, a coal equivalent to 200% has been saved.
Okay.
So you should be more, and today this lightings are all coming with LED lights and all those things, which are all high efficiency, lesser power consumptions. People should try to use it, but investment cost is high. It will take some time.
Coming back to transport.
Yeah.
What is your point of what do you see?
She said no, single person should not be allowed to
have
more than one vehicle.
More than
No.
motor engine vehicles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, it is possible. If the government they should have one, motor engine vehicle. But if they want additional or additional 2 or 3 vehicles, they should go for, energy. Like the vehicle should run through energy which means car,
which can
electric
use from,
bike or electric car.
Okay, renewable energy.
Yeah.
Cars. Okay. Right, that's a point. Yesterday I went to one hotel called Fisherman Cove. In fact, all the vehicles inside the hotel is running through that battery. It's chargeable. Even Taj Mahal I went, the vehicles are running through battery. And when it's possible over there, why not over here in the roads?
Yes.
What my one suggestion?
Yeah.
I would definitely go with a point. People should be encouraged to walk or ride bicycles for short distance. In view of health issues, is really good. I don't want to mention the name of the college. It's a private college in Chennai, medical college, where students they use car inside the college.
Inside the college, going from the hostel to the department.
Hostel to the department.
They take car and go. Okay.
You can go by walk or you can ride a bicycle.
But if you give some restriction, put some restriction, they say that their freedom is getting curbed, isn't it?
And that too a big car.
They are coming in and taking part in the private.
I really accept it's a hot country. But morning and evening you can go by bicycle or walk.
Good. Anybody else?
A single vehicle for a family. I don't go with this because everyone they have their own valid reasons to move on with a single vehicle.
For one person, is it for family I've given?
Like
For
in
one
a
person.
single family, you
Father can have one vehicle.
Two vehicles.
father and
son
daughter cannot move on the same time to their
No,
professions.
they can have two vehicles. Single person should not be allowed to own. In a family.
Okay, fine.
Even then, he can plan, he can start little bit early, drop that in and go. No problem. No problem. No problem. Okay, what we should do, so like rations. If you can have 2-3 cars, but you should say so much of energy only you can show. You terms of energy, you can have 10 Marutis instead of that 4 BMWs. You can have 10 Marutis. You can restrict the capacity of the vehicle for a family. Then it becomes easier. You have more cars, but not a big cars.
Fine.
In a place like Chennai, madam, place like Chennai, which you have experienced, you are coming from, I believe, Uttaranchal, isn't it? So how do you find the traffic and this energy and the how
the
to
roads
save the energy?
roads condition in Chennai is very bad. So the efficiency of the vehicles and fuel consumption is efficiency is very less because of these conditions. If the roads will be good condition, we are paying the tax for that. This is the duty of the government to repair the road timely, and we have to force the government because we only are paying the tax. So if road conditions are good, the efficiency of that vehicle will be increased per 1 liter maximum kilometer they will give us.
Very good.
So
So a
one thing,
place like from T Nagar to Kodambakam coming,
It is,
it is only 2 kilometers. It takes at least 1 hour.
1
The
hour,
engine
sir.
should be always in the first gear,
Yeah,
isn't it?
if it is in the first
imagine
gear,
the
it will
petrol
consume the-
consumption. It is 3 times, 4 times more than ordinary usage of petrol.
Yes,
so we are
sir, yes,
almost,
sir.
you just add up with the thousands of vehicles.
Yes,
together,
sir.
the consumption of petrol or diesel. So 4 times the consumption increases.
Yes, sir.
Because of the road. So we
Yes,
need
sir,
to
because
have
of the road only.
Good roads, good bridges. Then what
And,
not?
we
Good
should
parking
have-
facilities in international standards.
yes,
isn't
sir.
it? So
And it should be in our nature that when there is red light, we should switch off our vehicle ourselves only, not by the force only. We should have this mentality that okay, there are 1 minute and 2 minutes are there. If there are more than 20 seconds, we should off it because it reduce that pollution, which is very harmful to us. Pollution as well as that fuel also.
So good roads can reduce 50% dependency on.
And
on-
good linked, if it just
on
you
petrol
told
and
that
diesel.
if there will be good linked of trains and then we don't have to use our own vehicles or large lorries, and if buses services are very good, we should no need to use our own vehicle. Because we are getting tired in our own vehicle, it consume more oil also and pollution also. If city buses, their frequency is very good and their condition is very good, then we can use those government vehicles like buses. So it save us. It save us also. Pollution, it reduces also fuel also. So a lot of duties of government also they have to do for us, and we have also our that how much we can save our fuel also. Like in family there are 2 person, they want to go outside. If we are having 4 vehicles, if we try, we can use 1 vehicle. If we
Only
try,
one
if
vehicle
we will
for- yeah.
adjust, there's need. If it is very urgent, we can allow our children, okay, you take this one, no problem. But if we can adjust within 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 6 minutes, can wait. Either we can do our work early or they can also wait.
We have thousands of engineering colleges in India.
And R&D, research and development is
R&D, that's what I'm coming
Yeah, that
sure.
is very short, lack
What have
in
we
India.
achieved? Almost all the inventions have been done by the Westerners. All the inventions, all the vehicle you see, the manufacture Hyundai or Santro or Ford or whatnot, everybody are non-Indians. Only Tata is here, isn't it? Our domestic, our national. So
So if
regarding
we
this-
develop research and development in India, it can improve.
No, I
our-
believe we are record in making the cheapest car in world, that is Nano.
Nano,
$2,500.
yes.
That's what when Obama came here, he told $2,500, cheapest car, but the best car.
Yes,
In all ways and means. So that is one thing which we have invented. But what else? Is there any other source of one man? He has told that he is going to make biological through biology, or what is that called? Ramar Pillai. Have you heard about him? Biofuel. Is it possible to make petrol or diesel, or use a vehicle with biofuel? Yes. What's your points? What do you think about these points? And can you add some more points for this?
I am agree with the metro rail programs. Through that programs, we can reduce the number of usage of vehicles, and we can ship the goods and the people from one place to other and another without giving more expense.
See, in a good example for this, the traditional way and traditional methodology of using non-renewable energies or renewable energies, you can go in for that. Cow dungs in villages, they use it as a biogas. You know that in most of the villages, I believe in Anna Hazare village, almost 99% of entire houses, they don't buy this gas from anywhere outside. They manufacture their own gas through what? Cow dung. And nowadays they are going to recently they have started some scientific way of using the human waste also and making the gas on their own. These are some of the inventions is going on. So what is your point, sir? What is your point? What do you think about these points?
In Chennai, we have more transport facilities, but we didn't use public transport. Always we use our own vehicles, but we use public transport. It saves more fuel energy.
Better to go by public train.
Public train,
by
electrical
public
train.
buses. You have air-conditioned buses also running in Chennai, isn't it? We can go through that. Then what not?
Still more projects is running on for transport. Metro rail, nano rail, mono rail. In 2015, I think in Chennai the transport is very good.
See, everything is all right. See, regarding the petroleum prices, you see, whenever I believe for the past 1 year or 2 years, the government has increased the prices for almost 30 times or 20 times or 30 times, I don't know. When BJP was ruling India, I believe the price of 1 barrel of petrol is 30 rupees. Now it has increased to 100 rupees or 110, I don't know. I think so. Whoever keeps the trend of present day market value of this barrel, it is 110. And the prices keeps on going up and down. And nearly 70% of our foreign exchange, that is the money we get as dollars, we are paying it for importing petrol and diesel and oil. So this is one important area which not only common man, it is the special duty of the politicians, it is the special duty of the engineers to take care and do a lot of research and find out the ways and means how to rectify this problem, how to reduce the dependency on petrol and oil. See Iraq, what happened? What's happening in Iran? What's happening in Saudi Arabia? Why did Saddam Hussein try to capture Kuwait, isn't it? Why did he go for that? Then any other country, oil exporting countries, 12 OPEC countries are there, oil petroleum exporting countries. So all these countries you find all the Western countries trying to capture these countries. Egypt is one of the exporting country, oil petroleum exporting country. African countries, even though they have rich resources, see their condition, the people living over there are in a very bad condition. Even though they have very good gold mines, they have coal mines. Richest country in the world is Africa, and the poorest country in the world is also Africans. Poorest people, in fact.
Yes,
It is not the poorest nation, poorest people. And the what is that? Poorest country in the world in resources? It is Japan. And richest persons in world compared to per capita income, it is Japanese. They use the brain. They import all the products from Africa. They make the final product and they sell it to African countries and developing countries, and they make money. Mind you, this Japanese have never invented any product. All the inventions are done by Europeans. These fellows are very good in copy. And in copying, these fellows are the best. Nobody can
But
beat
they
them.
are honest, sir.
Huh?
They are very honest.
That's what, if you see this Westerners, they manufacture a product, a car, they will be able, Japanese will immediately manufacture a car where it will be twice the quality of the original product. Even the Americans cannot beat them. That is the quality of copying. Even Chinese are the same. Chinese, they don't invent anything. Chinese have not invented anything. Everything has copied, and even Koreans, you can go in for Japanese. So most of the credit goes to Westerners. With this, anybody else wants to speak?
No, this public transport. If you have a good park, you should have a good parking facility near the stations. Then suppose somebody is coming from Padappa, he can park the vehicle in Tambaram, take a train to Paris. There's a good facility should be there near to the
I believe so, double decker or triple decker.
In abroad,
or
they near the metro, they have a lot of parking facilities.
Now we can see the plight of condition of the bikes when you go there.
Yeah.
You find it very difficult to take your vehicle
Out of
inside,
it.
park the vehicle, then bring back the vehicle, and sometimes if it is rainy day, that's all hell for you and the vehicle.
Correct.
Both.
Good facility they should create.
They should create those type of, the corporation should do a lot of work rather than
facility.
spending money on various unnecessary schemes. These are the things which are very important. Anything else you want to say? Any points?
Switching off the vehicles and traffic signals, I don't think it will work out. You can't imagine a larger vehicle to switch off and switch on rather for 3 minutes or 5 minutes, whatever it is. Maybe the efficiency of the engine may go down, of course.
That's
Maybe
true.
for a smaller
Every
vehicles,
signal, if you just put off and put on, put off and put
You
on,
have a signal for every
they have a
kilometer,
problem.
of course.
Engine has, they will have a problem, because from there, from Porur to Mount Road, almost 10 or 15 signals are there. Imagine offing and on and offing and on.
And it's more pathetic in case of larger vehicles like buses and lorries.
That's true.
is bad, you will not be able to start.
That's all, especially in a road like T Nagar or something.
You get a traffic jam.
They have to push the vehicle, and so those problems are there. That's true. Anything else? Any other points which you wish to say? Okay, shall we conclude this topic?
Yes.
Very good. So final conclusion is what we should do. What is the solution? Everybody are Indians. We cannot just blindly go away. We have to say, and we have to, pass some resolution and send it to appropriate authorities. This oil corporation, they say they are running in losses, but they are the companies, they are running in a high profit. They are monopoly in this business. Is there any private banks over here? No private banks. See, so phones, once you have to pay 20,000, 30,000 to get a phone. Now it is, from morning you go, you can get within half an hour you can get a phone. So like that, all the petrol bunks, all the gas agencies should be completely privatized, and they should have the right to import the petrol, import the oil from foreign countries on their own, and they should be able to distribute. So privatization of petrol and oil, gas, I think to an extent, the competition will reduce the dependency on the government oil companies for consumption of the petrol. So when lot of competition is there, then of course I think the price, the rate of the petrol will go down, and apart from that, the excise duty and sales tax, it should be reduced. 40% of the total cost of the petrol we pay as taxes to the government, so that we should reduce. So these type of things we can do it to save water, to save the foreign money, to reduce the expenses of the ordinary middleman, ordinary middle class people who are suffering from the high prices of petrol, oil and gas. Anybody who knows the gas subsidies the government gives per 10 kg of gas, isn't it? Daily we get 14 kg of gas. How much is the government giving as subsidy? Anybody? No. The real price of that gas is 800 rupees. The government gives as a subsidy nearly 400 rupees. 400 rupees, no, 450. In fact, more than the cost of the gas which we give, the government is giving a subsidy. Then imagine when we pay 980 or 1000 rupees as the price of gas.
In many places that gas is going to west, sir, like in Assam also and in Karaikal also. So lot of places where that the gas are producing and it is flowing for years, 20 years, 50 years, it's flowing something.
That's a scientist duty of the scientist to
Duty of the government to connect
the IITians and Anna universities and RECNs. They should sit together and they should think like Abdul Kalam. They should.
Connect the pipelines to the different villages and the cities and give the gas to the people.
Yeah, these technicians should take care. What Karunanidhi and what Mukherjee can do, what Jayalalitha can do. These are the technicians which they have to find out what are the ways and means.
Because in Assam many places people are getting that gas freely.
No, they are getting freely.
Yes, sir.
How come they get freely? It goes in the air. How can they can take it and use?
Area, those are connected.
What you just poke a hole in the ground, you get the gas, and you connect a pipe.
Under the ground.
Imagine overflow of gas. Then what will happen? You also used it.
I was in the Assam.
Okay.
And those gas we were using that, but those through the pipeline, those are connected to our gases.
We should try to find out ways also. Just imagine you dig some mud, you get petrol or oil. How nice it would have been
No, sir.
rather than gas.
So, there
Ah.
was meter.
Hmm.
Meter was there. How
Gas
much
through
we are
pipelines.
consuming. Gas through pipeline.
Oh, through the pipeline is the leakage of gases,
Leakage.
not natural gases. Naturally, it is coming from ground.
Yes, sir.
Then the government won't allow like that.
There is a lot
They try, immediately Reliance fellow will come there and he start his company.
There are lot of wells
See, in Kaveri, what happened? The government tried its best. Nearly it has spent 1000 crores to find out whether there is gas. Then they just left that project and went away. Then this fellow, Reliance fellow, once again, who Mukesh Ambani came, and he started rediscovering is it possibility of gases there, and he found out the world's highest reserve over there. He paid to the government, he got the contract. That is how he became immediately the world's richest, fourth richest of his. No, world's richest he is. In fact, after that only the property has been divided. If the property is not divided between Anil and Mukesh, they would have been the world richest. Just because on the Kaveri basin, the government invested money and they were not able to find out the gas. This fellow went there, he found out the gas. So like that, if there is gas, the private people won't allow, won't leave. They immediately they come and sit there.
Just in the beginning I mentioned this, the duty of the government to connect those gas pipelines up to the villages and cities also.
Okay. The government
At
is
least they can provide to poor people and some areas they can give them.
the government is giving contracts. Recently,
Lot of
Colgate. There is
Hundreds
a
of
one
wells are blowing their gas.
like 2G spectrum. Colgate scam was there. Coal mines. They just gave it to private people for 100 crores valued per I believe 1 acre. They just gave for 1000 rupees, and the government has lost 2 lakh crore. That is called Colgate, I believe, Colgate scam. That's what Anna Hazare is finding out, and it was under the ministry was under the Prime Minister Manmohan Singh. Everybody says he is honest, but he has left that contract to go to private people. The private people have in Andhra you find Janardhan Reddy, not Andhra, Karnataka I believe so. He made millions and billions in fact.
He has given 100 crores to get a bail.
Bail, he was arrested and he gave 10 crores or 100 crores to the judge, and the judge was not caught and he was also put under in prison.
Judge is also in place.
So these private people, they know how to play the games with the politicians and win. Lot of resources are there. India is one of the richest resources country in world. America doesn't have. China 1/3 of the total area is barren, it is waste. Australia 1/3, not 1/3, 90% of the land is waste. No water facilities at all for the 90% of the land. Only India as a country, from the top to bottom, highly resourceful country. That is the reason our politicians, highest amount of black money in foreign country is by Indian. Indians are richest persons in the world. Some of the Jindal, what is the one other fellow's name? Mittal, not Jindal, Mittal. Lakshmi Mittal, Mukesh and Anil Ambani's property together, then they will cross Bill Gates. That is the power, that is the amount of money they have. In fact, in South India, who is the richest in Chennai? Anybody? Karnanidhi. Okay. HCL, Shivanada. I believe is from Maran's family. Maran's family might have crossed what is the HCL? Huh? They make money. Okay, very good. Shall we end up the discussion? Thank you, sir. நண்பர்களே, உங்களுடைய கூட்டு விவாத புஸ்தகம் குரூப் டிஸ்கஷன் புக் பக்கம் 185 158 எடுத்துக்கொள்ளுங்கள். இன்றைய கூட்டு விவாதத்தினுடைய தலைப்பு இஸ் இட் பாசிபிள் டு ரெடியூஸ் த யூஸ் ஆஃப் பெட்ரோல்? பெட்ரோலினுடைய தேவைகளை நுகர்வதை குறைக்க முடியுமா? டீசலினுடைய நுகர்வை குறைக்க முடியுமா? ஆயில் நுகர்வை இந்தியாவிலே குறைக்க முடியுமா? இதுதான் தலைப்பு. இதனுடைய இன்ட்ரோடக்ஷன், அறிமுகம். எஸ், இட் இஸ் பாசிபிள் டு சேவ் நான் ரினியூவபிள் எனர்ஜி. நான் ரினியூவபிள் என்ற எனர்ஜி என்றால் என்ன? ஒரு சக்தியை இழந்துவிட்டால் மறுபடியும் அதை பெற முடியாது. அதுதான் நான் ரினியூவபிள் எனர்ஜி என்று சொல்கிறோம். உதாரணத்திற்கு பெட்ரோல் ஆயில், அதை எரித்து விட்டோம் என்றால் மறுபடியும் அந்த பெட்ரோல் ஆயிலை திரும்பி பெற முடியாது. அதுதான் நான் ரினியூவபிள் எனர்ஜி என்று சொல்கிறோம். புதுப்பிக்கப்படாத சக்தி பெட்ரோல், டீசல், கேஸ். பை சப்ஸ்டிடியூட்டிங் என்றால் அதற்கு பதிலாக இணையாக these energies with எதனுடன் ரினியூவபிள் எனர்ஜிஸ், புதுப்பிக்கக்கூடிய எனர்ஜி சக்திகள். எது? லைக் சோலார் எனர்ஜி. சோலார் எனர்ஜி என்றால் என்ன? சூரிய ஒளியின் மூலமாக மின்சாரத்தை பெறுவது. வாட்டர் எனர்ஜி, தண்ணீர் மூலமாக மின்சாரத்தை பெறுவது. The conditions of road in India is one of the biggest problems for fuel loss. பெட்ரோலினுடைய அதிக இழப்பீடுக்கு காரணம் இந்தியாவினுடைய ரோடுகள் தான். ஸோ வி ஷுட் அடாப்ட் குட் பப்ளிக் டிரான்ஸ்போர்ட் சிஸ்டம். அதற்காக நாம் இந்தியாவிலே ஒரு நல்ல போக்குவரத்து அமைப்பை ஏற்படுத்தி கொள்ள வேண்டும். லைக் த டெவலப்ட் கண்ட்ரீஸ், முன்னேறிய நாடுகளைப் போல. ஸோ தட் மோட்டார் இன்ஜின்ஸ் வில் கிவ் குட் ஃபியூவல் எஃபிஷியன்சி அண்ட் ரெடியூஸ் த பொல்யூஷன். ஆகையால் இந்த நல்ல ரோடுகள் இருந்தால் போக்குவரத்து நன்றாக இருக்கும். அதனால் அந்த எரிவாயுவின் செலவு, பெட்ரோலுடைய செலவு குறைக்கப்படும். இதுதான் இந்த இன்ட்ரோடக்ஷன். ways to increase the usage of solar, tidal wave, water energy etc. அப்படின்னா எந்தெந்த வகையிலே இந்த தண்ணீர், மின்சாரம், தண்ணீர், அப்புறம் சோலார் என்றால் சூரிய சக்தி, டைடில் அந்த அலைகள் மூலமாக கிடைக்கக்கூடிய காந்தம், வாட்டர் எனர்ஜி தண்ணீர் மூலமாக கிடைக்கக்கூடிய அந்த மின்சாரத்தை எப்படி பெறுவது. The bus, car and the bike should run through solar energy. பஸ்ஸு, கார், பைக் எல்லாமே இந்த சூரிய ஒளியிலே இயங்க வேண்டும். ஆர் த்ரூ எலக்ட்ரிக்கல் எனர்ஜி, மின்சார சக்தியிலே இயங்க வேண்டும். விச் ரெடியூசஸ் பொல்யூஷன், அது மாசுபடுவதை குறைக்கும். The running and the maintenance cost of the vehicles are lesser if we use renewable energy like water and solar. அப்போ தண்ணீர் மூலமாக இயங்கக்கூடிய இயந்திரங்களை உபயோகப்படுத்தினால் நமக்கு செலவு மிச்சமாகும். எதனுடன் ஒப்பிட்டு பார்க்கும் பொழுது, இந்த பெட்ரோலுடன் ஒப்பிட்டு பார்க்கும் பொழுது இந்த வானத்திலிருந்து கிடைக்கக்கூடிய இந்த சூரிய ஒளியின் மூலமாக கிடைக்கக்கூடிய மின்சாரத்தினுடைய செலவினங்கள் குறைவாக இருக்கும். அடுத்தது, கோல் இஸ் எ நான் ரினியூவபிள் எனர்ஜி. கோல் என்றால் என்ன? நிலக்கரி. அதை மறுபடியும் புதுப்பிக்கப்பட முடியாத ஒரு சக்தி. அண்ட் கோல் இஸ் லைக் பெட்ரோல். கோல், நிலக்கரி என்பது பெட்ரோலை போன்றும் டீசலை போன்றும் விலை மதிக்க முடியாதது. ஸோ வி ஷுட் ரெடியூஸ் அவர் டிபெண்டன்சி ஆன் கோல். ஸோ நிலக்கரியை சார்ந்து நாம் இருக்கக்கூடாது. ஃபார் ப்ரொடியூசிங் கரண்ட்டு இலவ மின்சாரம் தயாரிப்பதற்கு நாம் எதை சார்ந்து இருக்கக்கூடாது? இந்த நிலக்கரியை சார்ந்து இருக்கக்கூடாது. மூன்றாவது பாயிண்ட், people should be encouraged to use public hybrid buses. மக்கள் நல்ல பஸ்கள் மூலமாக பயணம் செய்ய வேண்டும். and fast trains, வேக புகைவண்டிகள். and short and long travels like bullet trains in US. அமெரிக்காவில் இருக்கக்கூடிய புல்லட் ட்ரெயின்ஸ் போல யூகேல போல, சைனா போல, ஜப்பான் போல இந்த இந்தியாவிலும் புல்லட் ட்ரெயின்ஸை ஆரம்பிக்க வேண்டும். people should avoid using their vehicles and by this we can save petrol and diesel. அப்போ மக்கள் இந்த ட்ரெயின் மூலமாகவும் பஸ் மூலமாகவும் போகும் பொழுது இந்த தங்களுடைய சொந்த வாகனத்தை உபயோகப்படுத்துவதை குறைக்கும் பொழுது அதனுடைய மின்சார செலவினங்கள் குறைக்கப்படுகிறது. அடுத்ததாக, for short distance people should be encouraged to walk or ride bicycles. சிறு தூரம் நடக்க வேண்டும் என்றால் அவர்கள் சைக்கிளிலே செல்ல வேண்டும் அல்லது நடந்து செல்ல வேண்டும். ஆறாவது பாயிண்ட், கவர்மெண்ட் should reduce the excise sales duties on petrol, diesel and oil. அரசாங்கம் என்ன செய்ய வேண்டும்? உற்பத்தி வரி, எதற்கு? இந்த ஆயில், பெட்ரோல், கேஸ், அதற்கும் விற்பனை வரியை மாநில அரசு விற்பனை வரியை விதிக்கிறது, மத்திய அரசு உற்பத்தி வரியை விதிக்கிறது. இந்த உற்பத்தி வரியையும் விற்பனை வரியையும் மத்திய அரசாங்கமும் மாநில அரசாங்கமும் குறைக்க வேண்டும். அடுத்ததாக, இப்படியெல்லாம் விலையை குறைத்தால் மற்ற பொருட்களினுடைய விலை குறையும். இந்தியாவிலே 20% உற்பத்தி வரி, சேல்ஸ் டேக்ஸ், ஆயில் டிஸ்ட்ரிபியூஷன் காஸ்ட். அப்போ இந்த ஆயில் பெட்ரோலிய பொருட்களை விநியோகிக்கக்கூடிய செலவு 10% வருகிறது. அடுத்ததாக கவர்மெண்ட் குட் பிரிங் டவுன் த இன்ஃப்ளேஷன். இதன் மூலமாக அரசாங்கம் விலை ஏற்றத்தை குறைக்க முடியும். 7வது பாயிண்ட், ஃப்ரம் ஸ்கூல் லெவல் த சில்ட்ரன் ஷுட் பி டாட் அபவுட் த அவேர்னஸ் ஆஃப் யூசிங் த ஃபோசில் ஃபியூல்ஸ் ஆல் நான் ரினியூவபிள் எனர்ஜிஸ். அப்போ பள்ளிக்கூடத்திலிருந்தே மாணவர்களுக்கு இந்த கோல் மூலமாகவும் பெட்ரோல் மூலமாகவும் ஆயில் மூலமாகவும் உபயோகப்படுத்துவதை குறைப்பதற்கான புத்திமதிகளை நாம் ஆரம்பிக்க வேண்டும். அடுத்ததாக பப்ளிக் ஷுட் பி ரெக்கமெண்டட் டு ஆஃப் த இன்ஜின் அட் க்ரீன் லைட் கோஸ் அண்ட் ஸ்டார்ட். அப்போ நம்ம டிராஃபிக்கில் நிற்கும்போது பச்சை லைட்டு நின்று விட்டு சிகப்பு லைட் எரியுது. அப்போ நம்ம வெஹிக்கிளில் வண்டியில் 2 வீலரில் இருந்தோம்னா அந்த இன்ஜினை ஆஃப் பண்ணிடணும். மறுபடியும் அந்த பச்சை லைட் வரும்போது அந்த இன்ஜினை மறுபடியும் ஆன் பண்ணணும். ஸோ உலகத்தில் மிக பெரிய பணக்கார நாடான அமெரிக்கா 25% உலக எண்ணெயை அது நுகர்கிறது. இது தான் பிரச்சனையாக வருகிறது ஈராக்கிலையும் ஆப்கானிஸ்தானிலையும். ஆக இந்தியா வெளிநாடுகளை சார்ந்து இருக்கக்கூடாது ஆயிலினுடைய இறக்குமதிக்காக. இன் ரீசன்ட் டிஸ்கவரிஸ், தற்காலிக கண்டுபிடிப்புகளிலே குஜராத்திலே இந்தியாவிலே பெட்ரோல் ஆயில் கிடைக்கக்கூடிய வாய்ப்புகள் அதிகமாக இருக்கிறது. மெட்ரோ ரயில் என்று சொல்லக்கூடிய ரயில், டபுள் டெக்கர் பஸ்ஸஸ் 2 மாடி பஸ்ஸுகள், குட் ரோட்ஸ் நல்ல ரோடுகள், குட் பிரிட்ஜஸ் நல்ல பாலங்கள், அண்ட் ரெடியூசிங் டிராஃபிக் ஜாம்ஸ். அப்போ மக்கள் டிராஃபிக் ஜாம்ஸ் என்றால் போக்குவரத்து நெரிசலை குறைத்தல். அண்ட் ஆல் தீஸ் டிரான்ஸ்போர்ட் சிஸ்டம்ஸ் மே ஹெல்ப் அஸ் டு இன்க்ரீஸ் த ஃபியூவல் எஃபிஷியன்சி. இதையெல்லாம் நம்ம இந்த வாகனத்தின் பயன்பாடுகள், பெட்ரோலுடைய பயன்பாடுகளை அதிக அளவு, அதாவது என்ஜினில் குறைஞ்ச பெட்ரோலில் அதிக அளவில் போகக்கூடிய ஒரு திறமையை பெற முடியும். அடுத்ததாக, to reduce the dependency on trucks and lorries carrying consumer industry goods from far and near, the towns and cities should have well-linked electrical trains. அப்போ நீண்ட தூரத்திலிருந்து இல்லை அருகிலிருந்து லாரிகள் மூலமாக பொருட்களை கொண்டு செல்கிறார்கள், வருகிறார்கள். இதை அனைத்தும் ட்ரெயின் மூலமாகவே கொண்டு செல்லலாம். இது செலவினங்களை குறைக்கும், பெட்ரோலினுடைய வீணான செலவினங்களை குறைக்கும். கவர்மெண்ட் ஷுட் கிவ் ப்ரையாரிட்டிஸ் அண்ட் இன்சென்டிவ்ஸ் ஃபார் கம்பெனிஸ் விச் மேனுஃபேக்சர் ஃபியூவல் எஃபிஷியன்ட் கார்ஸ் அண்ட் பைக்ஸ். அரசாங்கம் என்ன செய்ய வேண்டும்? அதிக மைலேஜ் என்று சொல்லக்கூடிய யூசேஜ், மைலேஜ் கொடுக்கக்கூடிய வாகனங்களை தயாரிக்கக்கூடிய இந்த பைக்கு, இந்த கார்களுக்கெல்லாம் ஊக்கத்தொகைகள், வரி சலுகைகள், மின்சார சலுகைகள் அந்த கம்பெனிகளுக்கு வழங்க வேண்டும். அப்புறம் அதே மாதிரி கேன்சல் பண்ண வேண்டும் லைசன்ஸை. எதுக்கெல்லாம்? இந்த பழைய வாகனங்களை வைத்து பயன்படுத்துபவர்களுக்கெல்லாம் இதை கேன்சல் பண்ணிடணும். இதன் மூலமாக இந்த எரிவாயு சக்தி சேமிக்கப்படுகிறது. பொல்யூஷன் குட் பி கண்ட்ரோல், சுற்றுப்புற சூழ்நிலை பாதிப்புகளை குறைக்கலாம். ஸோ நண்பர்களே, இந்தியாவிலே மிகப்பெரிய ஒரு பிரச்சனை என்பது நாம் இறக்குமதி செய்கிறோம் அல்லவா, பெட்ரோல் ஆயில். அதிகத்துக்காக அதிக அளவிலே பணம் செலவழிக்கிறோம். வெளிநாட்டு பணம் நமக்கு வருகிற பணம் எல்லாம் 60%, 70% இந்த ஆயில் பெட்ரோலுக்கும், ஆயில் இறக்குமதிக்கும், பெட்ரோல் இறக்குமதிக்கும் சென்று விடுகிறது. ஆனால் இந்த வெளிநாட்டு பணத்தை நாம் சேமிப்பதற்காக நாம் என்ன செய்ய வேண்டும் என்றால், நாமே இந்த பெட்ரோல் ஆயிலுக்கு பதிலாக புதிய கண்டுபிடிப்புகளை கண்டுபிடித்து இந்த ஆயில் பெட்ரோலை சார்ந்திருப்பதை குறைக்க வேண்டும். ஸோ இதுக்காக உங்கள் பாயிண்ட்ஸ்களை எல்லாம் நீங்கள் சொல்லலாம். தேங்க்யூ சார்.